Hello everyone, and welcome to my The Bold and the Beautiful official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. December 30 spoilers for Bold and the Beautiful indicate that Thomas Forrester confronted John Finn Finnegan in the design office, since this was not about him. Finn objected because he didn't want Thomas to have that conversation with Steffi Forrester. Steffi told her husband she could handle this when Finn was called back to the hospital. After Finn departed, Thomas calmed down and admitted that he might have come on a bit too strong before. But Thomas wanted Steffi to know that he was pleased and that he no longer felt sorrow for his actions. Since Hope Logan had moved on from their past, Thomas pleaded with Steffi to refrain from jeopardizing their relationship. Hope knew that Ridge Forrester was probing her intentions when he questioned if she envisaged a future with Thomas in the main office during Thursday's B&B episode. Since Thomas lost control the last time he became serious about Hope, Ridge didn't want history to repeat itself. Hope maintained that they enjoyed each other's company and questioned why that wasn't enough. Hope protested she wasn't saying that, even though Ridge assumed she intended to imply that she didn't think it would endure. Naturally, Hope was also unable to guarantee that her bond with Thomas would last over time. Hope lacked a crystal ball and was unaware of what was ahead. Ridge inquired if it was possible, since he saw that Thomas envisaged a future with Hope. Hope made it obvious that this was a private affair, even though she recognized that Ridge was a worried father. Steffi claimed that Hope was grumbling about Ridge when he subsequently discovered her. Ridge later acknowledged that he had asked Hope questions as well, and he disclosed that Hope had essentially instructed him to shut up. Though, in Steffi's perspective, Hope was reticent and didn't desire a future with Thomas, she was still concerned since Thomas was transparent. Recap of The Bold and the Beautiful, Thursday, December 28. Xander accuses Thomas of being the one who gave Hope the engagement ring. Steffi stated she didn't want Thomas to get harmed since she thought this may end poorly for him. Hope and Thomas cuddled up on the sofa after Hope and Thomas reconnected in the design office. In addition to receiving information on Ridge giving Hope a lecture, Thomas apologized for Steffi's lecture. Hope was reassured by Thomas that he was happier than ever before and that there was no need for any of it. Thomas kissed Hope and spoke of his deep connection to her, after declaring that no one would be able to take this away from them. Thomas reaffirmed his one-woman status and said that Douglas Forrester had always been there for them as a relationship. Keeping all the things in mind, Thomas inquired as to whether Hope would marry him and make him the happiest man alive. Thomas proposed to Hope on one knee while flashing a brilliant engagement diamond, leaving her speechless. Thomas insisted that Hope say yes since, in his opinion, they belonged together. Hope gave a tense grin and gave a little shake of her head in shock as Thomas persuaded her once more to declare that she would marry him. It was revealed that Xander Avant was Finn's new patient at his practice. Finn mentioned that he would need to obtain Xander's medical records from his doctor in London. However, Xander stated that if it was more convenient, Finn could obtain them from his doctor in Los Angeles. Finn questioned why Xander moved to London after finding that he had formerly lived in Los Angeles. Xander's firing for disclosing baby Beth Spencer's survival secret flashed across his mind. Xander saw the neighboring wedding photo of Steffi and Finn after he declared he had reached the end of his path. Before disclosing that Finn was formerly an intern at Forrester Creations, Xander inquired as to whether he and Steffi were married. After Xander claimed to have worked with every Forrester, he brought up Thomas and appeared upset. Finn saw that Xander was perplexed and appeared to have some type of past relationship with Thomas. Xander saw Thomas behaving menacingly and hurling threats at everyone. Xander, accompanied by Zoe Buckingham, bragged about how Thomas' horrible secret had killed Emma Barber. Looking thoughtful, Xander concluded that perhaps he ought to see a different doctor back in the present. When Finn pressed Xander to elaborate on Thomas, Xander revealed that Thomas wasn't who Finn had assumed him to be. Xander had no idea how to address someone who had no guilt or conscience. Xander thought back to better times with Emma after claiming that Thomas had done something horrible to a helpless little child. Xander recalled assuring Zoe that it wasn't an accident when he saw a flashback of Emma driving and colliding with her vehicle. Xander also remembered being under duress to remain silent regarding Thomas' involvement in the collision. Once again in the present, Xander inquired as to Finn's familiarity with the name Emma Barber. Finn hadn't, but he pondered whether Emma had experienced anything, and he believed that Thomas may have made her life more challenging. When Xander declared he was discussing murder, Finn seems taken aback by the charge. According to teasers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Xander will reveal additional details about Thomas' terrible history. Tune in to see Finn's response. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful indicate that the program has been giving out a lot of Eric Forrester-related hints. Eric is alive, but he will undoubtedly need a lengthy and difficult recuperation. Although Ridge Forrester is grateful that Eric was spared from certain death due to John Finn Finnegan's therapy, he continues to question if approving the surgery was the correct decision. If Eric's rehabilitation isn't successful, Ridge fears that his father would come to despise him since Eric didn't want to be kept alive if it meant having to live a lesser quality of life. We should take into account the risk that Eric may get irritated about his requests not being honored since B&B is emphasizing this alternative. When he is unable to do the things he still wants to achieve, Eric could become irritated with his own limits and turn partially to Ridge. In those conditions, it's easy to envision Eric blocking out Ridge, Donna Logan, and all of his other loved ones. Eric could isolate himself from the outside world and pout behind closed doors about his slow healing. Maybe that's where Shayla Carter, at least in Eric's eyes, may turn into the story's unexpected new hero. Sheila may take advantage of this chance to rekindle her relationship with Eric and pretend to be a nurse because she was once one. What if Shayla has the ability to heal people completely and has the magic touch? It would be intriguing to watch Shayla take Finn's place as the next miracle worker and complete his job. Sheila may help Eric with physical treatment and provide him motivational chats along the road. Eric may have changed his feelings for Shayla if he felt deceived by the same family that had previously brought him so much suffering. Perhaps Eric will experience what Steffi Forrester did. Ridge was under pressure from Bridget Forrester and the others to keep him alive. Given that Eric could ultimately feel confined to his own body in several ways, he might go through a personality transition and become more receptive to people like Shayla. If Shayla can help Eric get better while others can't, Eric could elevate her to the position of matriarch of the family. Sheila would undoubtedly hope that becoming the next Forrester queen would help her win Finn over. Sheila is not that straightforward, of course, but she could recognize this as a fresh road to acceptability at Forrester and want to pursue it. Keep checking back for updates on any Shayla news that may factor into Eric's plot, as spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful suggest that he may act in an unexpected manner shortly. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.